All right, what's going on, Facebook family? What's up with the people watching on YouTube? Guess what? It's your boy, and I'm back. TJ the realest man. I miss the stage so much, man. It's good to be in the presence of my peoples. What's good, crew?
What
What up?
it
What up?
do?
That's right, that's right. Hey, we're gonna be joined by two more people, Deb J, and of course, Inspirational Sheik. They'll be joining us here in a second. Hey man, but I just want to say y'all have been doing an awesome job. I've been jealous. I've been wanting to jump in. I wanted to almost get on while I was at work, but I didn't want to get fired. So, but other than that, I got to keep that job going, even though Darden is over there about to give a brother a stimulus on a monthly type thing. So, Mike can cheat a little bit. Nah, I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. Say, man, but it's good to be back. We ready for a hot banger, a hot show. And as always, you know how the floor is yours. Do it, man. We gonna need y'all to get engaged and make it hot, cause you're gonna want to get you're gonna want to get in this. James, don't get beat up tonight, all right, brother. I,
What
I
trying
still
not
got
to?
I still got your back as much as possible. So come on, Flex. Bring the intro. Let's get this show started.
They the Roy's new podcast, who want the smoke? Coming raw and uncut like who want this dope? Whatever you want, they for sure to cover the topic. From racial issues to fashion flies to cockpit. Y'all ain't never get it like this, cause they ain't never did it like this. We on our this the way the cookie crumbles for y'all. She gon' bring the inspiration to all. You know what's up with her. And this shit manifesting is the vision. And y'all gon' love TJ cause he the realest. From the heart of them all, they the start of it all. You looking for a holler and holler at Gerard. The professor, nothing lesson, coming at you with the lessons. Get your edge if you knowin' what's good for you. They educated, but they still keep it hood for you. Won't need another, this one here really do it for you. Baby, the floor is yours. Yeah, baby, I'm in love with you. Baby, come down, the floor is yours. Let me show you how prove the floor is yours. The floor is yours. The floor is yours. The floor is yours. The floor is
And we ready, man. We ready to get hot. We ready to get it jumping. We ready to get this thing popping. And I'm gonna let my sis Miss Cookie come on and give us her enlightenment and everything like she always do. Hey sis, also you've been driving this
Hey,
thing, so
I'm just glad that you're back in the driver's seat today. I get a chance to
hey
sit
man,
on the passenger side.
nah, you're gonna have to get engaged. So go on and do
I
your
need to
thing.
pop
Come
out
on.
my sunglasses and just sit over here and chill on the ride.
Ooh,
Goodness
well, come on
gracious.
and give it to us then. Come on, give it to us from the passenger seat.
Y'all don't forget, like the show, thumbs up, share the show. Anybody that is not on Facebook, send them over to YouTube to watch the show. So let's get the word out there. Let's get everybody in touch. Everybody on the cast and crew today, let's share the show to our timeline so that we can get everybody joining in the conversation. So hey y'all, hey, and hey crew, how everybody doing? We good?
Pretty
Thumbs
good,
up.
man.
Doing
Hey
awesome.
man, I'm ready. I don't
Okay, I can
know,
hear now.
but I'm good.
Hey,
Deb said
I'm
she can
good
hear
and
us now.
good.
She in
Yes,
this
I can
thing.
hear now.
So we got a new crew member with us today, Mr. Terrence T. Will. Introduce yourself. Talk to us.
Hey, appreciate that. Hey, I'm Terrence Williams. I call myself Superman of real estate. Um, I'm a realtor out here in the DFW area, all the way over in East Texas, and just happy to be here, man. Just excited about the show, ready to get it started.
Thank you. Whoop, whoop.
Yes, ma'am.
We loving it. New crew members. We got Miss Deb in the building with us again today. Hey, beautiful.
Hello. Hi, how are y'all?
Good, good, good. And as TJ said, we waiting on Misha to jump in, so she'll be here with us sooner or later. But we finna get in this thing because we got a whole lot to talk about today. So we finna jump in, take off, and let it roll. TJ.
Hey, man, that's for sure. Hey, T. Will, man, hey, it was good meeting you, brother. Glad to have you on the show. Superman of real estate. So, hey, I don't know who gonna flex harder between you and Flex over there. Y'all, I'm gonna let y'all battle that out. Between there's darkness and then there's light. So we gonna let y'all figure out how y'all do it. Right? But
Say, man, I like that, bro. You all right with me?
But what I do have to say, Deb might outflex both of y'all today. She over there got them guns out and everything. Look like she been working out about to put it on for the city.
Yes.
So watch out. This is telling you, Deb she came ready for it. That's her. I came ready to get engaged tonight, right? So
Oh,
we about to
yeah.
do this thing, man. Hey, so it's all about considering the Derrick Jaxn situation, right? This is a hot topic, man. People are asking the question, why should I get married? Hey, I can't ask that question. I'm already married. So for some of y'all that are single and haven't crossed that path, then we may be answering some questions tonight that just may get you over that hump or may tell you, I'm gonna keep my ass over here on the sideline and keep doing what I'm doing, right? So that's how we're gonna stick with it. Now, first, we'll discuss what happened with Derrick Jaxn, and then we'll talk about whether or not it's worth getting married. You know, we'll get in it. So I'm gonna let my boy James bring us up to speed on Mrs. Jackson because I don't know if y'all been on a rock or just been in a coma or whatever, but just in case, James gonna get you up to date. Come on, James.
I mean, but first, these two rookies on the show, Terrence and Deb. I don't appreciate y'all, coming on here and then y'all got these professional ass pictures in the intro with good lighting and no blemishes, the portrait innovation, Sears Studio, JC Penney. Don't be bringing y'all real estate professional headshots. We got regular pictures posted up somewhere. We thought we looked nice with our clothes on and whatnot, hanging out. They come with the professional real estate headshots. For booking, please contact 214-308.
Exactly.
But Derrick Jaxn, let's go on and get into it. I got to be honest with y'all. I honestly don't know a lot about Derrick Jaxn. I didn't know a lot about him before the scandal, if you will. I saw a couple clips here and there, pretty sure just like other people. I saw a little 20-second clip here, 30-second clip here, like dude talking in his car. It seemed like he pandered to women or whatever the case may be. I've never watched his material extensively or like in totality. And also, I've never read any of his books or literature or seen any of his full interviews or anything like that, full disclosure. But as you stated, we are all aware of the recent situation. He was involved in a scandal. The woman that he was messing with put him on blast, exposed him and his infidelity to his wife. He released some type of statement in the beginning, which kind of contradicted what he said later. He was like, I didn't cheat on my wife. We had a break, and it was a sexual relationship with no sex, which makes no sense whatsoever. And then later on, he did another live video with his actual wife in the video, and he caught a lot of flack because of that, as well as she. And we're gonna talk about the flack that she caught too. I want to address that. And then, we really didn't know a lot about her. And then later on, she posted another video about herself. And honestly, I gotta admit, in the second video that she posted about herself, she made a lot of sense. She was like, it's not up to me to judge him. That's between him and Jesus. But I choose to forgive. That's my business, and that's what we're gonna do, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you know what? I can respect that, because there's so many people that were bashing them that were like talking as if they've never cheated or got cheated on, and talking as if and criticizing as if they've never forgiven someone or been forgiven. I kind of look at it like social media sometimes is the new church, and not from a religious standpoint, just from a social standpoint. It's a lot of people that come and they're acting holier than thou and act like they well put together like a fine piece of leather, and they'll be quick to criticize or judge somebody else when they doing the same thing at home. So I saw a lot of that too. I feel like it was a lot of hypocritical people going at her. And so I was rocking with homegirl for a minute, but then she came looking like a no limit soldier in the third video, and she lost me. What she say? Y'all came to the gossip, and I came with the gospel, and yeah. So that's a quick recap. Let's get into it. And there go our girl. I see inspirational chick, and there she goes. Never mind. Pretend like I didn't say that. There she go again.
I see you in the building. What it do?
On vacation.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
I know we're going to talk about.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Getting that beach tan?
Oh, yeah, I can't hear y'all.
Not the sign language.
That was a joke, people.
I can't hear y'all. Say something.
Something?
Hey,
I'm about to go.
Where you go?
Okay, but
get back on. She'll come back.
But I want to do this. I know we're going to talk about that specific situation with Derrick Jaxn a little bit, and I'm okay with that. But I definitely don't want to be biased because he's not the only person doing that. There are other people that have been in the news, and I touched on it a little bit. I talked about men and women. You got Derrick Jaxn, you got Jada Pinkett, you got Kris Jenner. She admitted to doing what she did back in the day. And also Gary Owens, the comedian, he just came out. So it's not just one person. It's a lot of people. And there's a lot of it going on both sides, male and female. And it's not just race-based. That's why I mentioned white people and black people. So that's where we at with it. First, do any of y'all want to give y'all thoughts on specifically on the Derrick Jaxn situation?
I have plenty to say on it, actually. It just depends on where we're going to start. I have watched his videos. I knew him before he had this controversy come out. And his videos do tailor to women. It do tend to bash men in the sense of he's saying, like he said on one particular video, if your man is cheating, you just caught your man cheating. He's been cheating for a while. He's a dog. You need to leave him alone. Get some self-esteem about yourself. And if you go back to him, that's on you. You deserve what you get, this, that, and the other. But now, do that tailor, that same conversation that you gave to that woman, tailor to your wife now that she's been taking you back. So it's just a heavy conversation. Yes, a lot of people do cheat. No matter how good you are to a person, if that's on them, that's on them. But you're not going to stop someone from cheating.
Let's jump into the discussion before we get too deep, right? So one of the topics, and James touched on it just a little bit. One of the topics that we heard about the most is him bringing his wife into the initial discussion, right? I feel like he used his wife as a buffer to lessen the heat that he would take. I mean, of course. And then it's like, if that was his motive, why? My thing is, why would she allow herself as a woman that from some of the pictures that I've seen, she's a beautiful woman. Why would she allow herself to come being next to him looking that certain way? Because I think he got a hold on her, to be honest, to say something. That's my take on it. And I want to hear what you guys say. Now, I believe it worked because people started talking about her dress and overall appearance, right? So
yeah, Debbie, I think that's trash. Here's the thing. I even saw someone post something like, "Well, I can see why he cheated," because like as if to insinuate that the woman is ugly or whatever, or she's not attractive. First of all, looks don't dudes don't cheat up; they cheat down. Let's start there. So So Beyonce and Halle Berry, some of the most beautiful women in the world, got cheated on. So looks shouldn't even be in the shouldn't even factor in the equation. And then the second thing about it, and audience, I need y'all to comment. We need to know what y'all think. And we're going to get to the comments in a minute. But the second thing about it is, who's going to get dressed up to go get publicly bashed? Okay, I'm about to go embarrass myself on this Facebook Live, so let me get fly and dressed up so everybody can. No, she probably didn't want to be there in the first place. And what I like about her is in her second video, she said, like, and people that were talking about my appearance, that's not me. I'm not into that kind of stuff. And I think it's cool that she stayed true to her. I think it would have been whack if she would have dressed up like she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion show or something. But enough of me talking. What do y'all think? What you think, Cookie?
Debbie. Well, actually, it's Debbie. You jumping out of turn, man. I know I ain't been here in a while. You might be running the show.
I forgot, man. I'm trying to act like you. Go ahead, Deb. What you got?
We got Deb. Deb, what you got?
Listen, she shouldn't have dressed like that, period, point blank. My deal is, you want to, as a woman that has gone through divorce, I'm divorced. Yes, it's hard whenever you're going through something that detrimental. And two, she's on a different platform. With her being on that platform, my deal is, there's no way you're finna catch me out getting humiliated and I'm looking like that. I'm gonna be neat in appearance. My deal, it was just, for me personally, her appearance was, yes, you're hurting. And I guess you wanted to show the world that you're hurting, that you basically didn't care about your appearance. Now, with what he just said, basically, that's not her style. Okay, it might not be your style, but you're on a different platform now. And so if this platform is your husband's, but you're his mate, it comes with it. Just like a pastor, he got called to that position. But you, as a first wife, you still have to hold a certain image as well. So you being with him and being the one with him, I feel like she should have stepped the game up. I mean, you at least could have done your hair and took the hat off. Point blank, period.
All right, Cookie.
So I'm probably the eyeball out, but I ain't even really cared enough to go through and take up some time watching it and researching it and figuring out what's going on. And for me, like, I hear a lot of people talking about it, like spending all day researching and, oh my God, let me go back and watch his old videos and see what he's been talking about all this time and this and the other. But I feel like sometimes we put people on a pedestal and make them almost like a god, like they can't do nothing wrong. And at the end of the day, anybody can do anything. So I feel like we sometimes worship people and think that they are above doing wrong, and then when they do wrong, it's like, oh my God, my world ended and it's crushed because this person did something wrong. So I haven't even really watched a whole lot of it. When I knew somebody on the show, I was like, let me go see what these people talking about. I done seen folks posting memes on Facebook with this lady with all these different hairdos in this camouflage shirt, and I was like, what is this? What's going on? Like, I'm always on behind the times on stuff like that. So I had to catch up first off. But I agree with Deb just in, I guess I'm not one of them people. I don't like a show. I don't like for you to get on Facebook and put on something that's not really going on. So at the end of the day, if she wasn't feeling it to the point that she couldn't get dressed and look like something, stay off the camera. Like, just, let it take its toll, let it take its time, and then you come back on when things are okay and well. I'm one of the ones that don't like to see people get on Facebook and find some tears to let out to get the sympathy from the audience members type thing. So I feel like maybe it was too early to get on here and talk about it and try to put it out there if you weren't ready to get up and talk. But at the same time, the little parts that I've seen, I kind of got what she was saying. I understood what she was saying. And I do feel like the audience is waiting on her to make a statement. You waiting on her to say something. So when you in the spotlight, it's kind of your responsibility, I guess, to some degree, to get out and give your audience members what they're looking for. But yeah, if it had been me, if I was gonna go in front of people, I would have got dressed and went in front of people, because it's like, yeah, let me come look like something and put myself together at least a little bit.
All right, T. Will, I want to hear your side of it, but I want to read was something real quick. Acknowledging that Derrick is not an intellectual. Nothing he says is profound. She's the writer. She maintained the website, sales, and book editing. She enabled his fraud for the bag. Don't claim Jesus now. Ace Moore. What's your thoughts? T. Will, jump in. Give me what you got, man.
Man, I'm I listen to it, and I don't like to get caught up in all that stuff because to me it's a time waster, right? But I kind of looked at it and just seen what was going on and just man, he just straight up he got game, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about what a person will allow you to do. You gonna do that. So, and like my man James was saying, people don't cheat up. People cheat down at man. People cheat 360. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you allow somebody to do, they gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like it's if you give them the space to do that, man, they gonna do it. And like they like David Cook was saying, like, why would I don't care what's going on. That's that's you. That's your perception of how you ought to value yourself enough. If you come up on anybody's stage or anywhere, you ought to want to look a certain way because you represent yourself. Dan representing, somebody else. I mean, this is you. So at the end of the day, I don't even know nobody who wasn't that a roller bag she had on. I mean, the old school, the no, you know what I looked at that. I was like, don't nobody even wear that no more. Like that was like good time days. Like the last time I think I seen that was on Good Times, right? So I was like, why would she even come on there with that bag on her head like that? And why would he even let her? Like, you come on her clean, you fresh cut. She got on a bag on her head. I'm like, man, at least you should have told her, hey, just get decent. You don't have to dress all the way up live, but get decent where you can talk to these folks. Because we know, I'm pretty sure he made her get on there and do that. So,
Yeah.
but that's my take on it, man. People will do what you allow them to do.
So Tranquil T. Now, when we had the call with this, you was the one that expressed a certain way about this. Now, you saying you would have been right there. Would you allow yourself to look like that? How would you have presented yourself?
So I was nosy. I went to her page and I kind of looked at her previous posts. It's the same. She looks exactly the same. That is her true self. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? I'm talking as loud as I can. Can you hear me okay?
Turn my headphones up.
I can hear you now.
Hear me now? Okay, my bad. But no, I looked at her page and that's her. That is her true self.
Exactly.
So who to say or to say she needs to change that? That was she represented her true self. He know who she is. He allowed her to come on there looking like that because that's who she is. But me, I kind of at least slicked the hair back a little bit. But that's me. But that was her, and I understood where she was coming from and everything she said. That's me.
But that's okay. So I get what you said, but to me, just looking at it, you just said that you wouldn't come on her looking like that, right?
But that's me.
That's you.
Right.
It just seems to me he's very controlling, and I think that if you go back, I didn't even go back, but I'm just going by what you just said. If you go back and look, maybe he made her come on there like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't want her to, because he's controlling. But that's just how I look at it.
Something
I
she
don't know, man,
said
because she on Ferrari.
in one of her interviews, she made a statement. She made a statement in one of her interviews, and she said that um, God has Derrick where He wants him to be, and this is a humility state. This is a place where you know He's reaping what He have sowed. So she knows Him. She's with Him. She knows exactly who He is, and she's operating in a level of freedom that allow she don't have to fight Him. She done gave that on over. She's not worried about Him. She's gonna stay
And
married.
she's not excusing. She never makes an excuse for what he did. She just says I'm not the one that's supposed to judge him. That's Jesus. But she
Right.
chooses to forgive. And I like I said, it's like everybody's being critical of the woman, But if you ask most people, like real quick, what color was his shirt? Nobody even knows. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was focused on trying to tear her down. And like she said, I don't care what people think. And she was just comfortable the way that she was. And like I said, I can respect that. Now, I did laugh at the camouflage shirt. And I did laugh at the karate picture. But, because it was funny. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like when people was just going in on her, like saying, again, just to reiterate what I said earlier, like, that's why he cheated on her ass. Look at the way she looked, man. Like I said, every time somebody say that, Beyonce and Halle Berry.
James, Mario said it's not your turn. I guess they didn't want to hear from you. They did not want to hear what you had to say.
Hey, but real talk. Y'all had a show about narcissists. So that's him. I know I get what you're saying, James. Because that's probably her. But something in me tells me that man is controlling. To have her do that. My thing is, have a sense of purpose about yourself and make sure that you represent the true you. Is that the true you? We don't know. But my thing is, to me, that was fine. And I think he had everything to do with that. You know,
I have something to say about that true you part, because if you're going to be speaking on relationships and everything like that, my deal is teach us by example. Nobody knew this man was married. I've been listening to this man for years. Didn't even know he was married. And all of a sudden you come out, your wife come out in the forefront, and you're looking at the average chick. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you did not represent yourself well for your first presentation to the world of this man talking about relationships for years. We didn't even know who you were. I didn't even know he had kids either. So my deal is, if you're gonna sell something, show me something too. But then when you showed me, we got shown in the wrong light of y'all relationship because of this.
Hey, but then again, James, tell me this. If you was in his shoes and that was your lady, would you let her come on with that bag on her head like that?
I thought it was a hairnet too. But then she wore it again with her camouflage shirt on.
But I'm asking you, would you
it was a beret, but it was a beret. It was a beret. I thought it was a hairnet too, but it was a beret. But to answer your question, I can't control any woman. So and he already in the doghouse, you know what I'm saying? So she probably halfway didn't want to be there anyway. So even if he was like, well, baby, I'm gonna come the way I want to come. So I think that I don't think he's in a position to control. I think that she knows the benefit, and that's how they make their income. And he got a book coming out and whatever. So I don't think that she was forced to be there. And as you can see, she's posted multiple videos since then on the same stuff, getting a little worse and worse, and like still just being the way that she is. So to answer your question directly, would I let my woman do that? Yes, because I can't control what a woman do. Now, would I like it? That's a different question.
Okay.
But based on the situation, it's really like the way she looked is really irrelevant to what they're addressing right now. Honestly, I don't even think it's something that should have been addressed publicly. Just my personal opinion.
Can I say something real quick?
Hey, Inspirational Chic, can you get in? I know you've been having some issues. Oh, okay. And hey, I need you to get Ace more. I need you to get her comment back up about us researching and what her stuff was, and then go ahead. I'll let you go ahead and while he's bringing that back up. Not that one, Flex.
Y'all didn't do the research.
I saw the screenshots of what she posted about watching and researching the other women and being insecure and comparing herself to them. And the thing about it is she was using past tense terminology, meaning that's the space that she was in at the time when it all happened. So I think that she was being candid and honest, saying that, you know, she was looking at her competition and she was like, I wonder what did they do to please him that I couldn't do? What were they doing to fulfill him? How they were making him happy? And, you know, she was just saying that she was consumed by that comparison. And then, and a lot of people was like, she crazy to be going in like that and like that. But I think she was being honest and transparent, because I think a lot of people that have been in her shoes have been in the same situation. The first thing they want to do is be like, you gonna be with somebody who, you know, they instantly compare themselves to the person that they got cheated on with. So I did see that. What was the person's name? Ace? What? Ace Moore? Yeah, I read.
Now we're gonna get ready to move on to the floor is yours segment, but I'm gonna let Trinkle T. She had a last thought and everything that she wanted to say, so I'm gonna let her get it out. That was you, Trinkle T, correct?
That was. I just wanted to say, you know, when you say let her, you know, I kind of oppose to that tone of statement. Let her. He didn't let her. He didn't make her. She did that on her own. So that's all I wanted to say.
All right. Well, that's what it is, man. We gonna leave it there. You guys have been making some great comments in the discussion. Keep it on. Now, the floor is yours segment is up, and we need everyone to get involved. Now, type your comments and interact with each other in the comments, considering the Derrick Jaxn situation and many other problems with marriage. Why should I get married? Now, I can't say that because I'm already married, but we want to know, why should you get married? People want to know. If you got relationship advice, this is your time to put somebody on the couch, put them in the chair, put them at the red table, whatever you need to do. You know, we want to know. And let's get James started on the conversation, because James been on it, and he the one brought this up and had a whole promo thing on it. So, James, I'm gonna give you 1 minute, James, under 1 minute.
All right. Well, before I begin my 1 minute, I just like to say that I was asked to make the video, and the views and opinions expressed are not solely my own. They are strictly for purposes of a thoughtful, well-engaged debate conversation. So we have different people we have different people online right now to give different viewpoints. We got people that are currently married, people that have never been married, and people that have been divorced. And we're talking. The whole point is, why should I get married? What are the benefits of being married? And so the first thing that I want to say is, what we're talking about specifically is what are the benefits of marriage that you can't get from a relationship? Because some people will say things like, well, when two people come together, they can combine their income and their finances, and they can build together and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's true. So what about somebody who's already established in their career and they got their own money? They don't need that. Some people be like, well, you need somebody to take care of you when you get old. You need somebody to do this, and you don't want to be alone. Again, that's something that some people can do the same thing in long-term relationships. Some people may bring up stuff like, religiously, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I think I personally don't agree with what I call religious guilt and trying to use religion as a way to get someone or make somebody do something. So again, the question that we're asking specifically is, what can someone obtain from marriage that they can obtain from a long-term relationship? Don't fight me. Don't bash me. Again, this is just strictly for conversation. Somebody got mad at me on the little teaser video and said, maybe you're not marriage material. And I was like, well, God damn. I'm like, ouch. You come up with a better topic. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Somebody tell me, what are the benefits of marriage that I can't get from a long-term relationship? Let's start with the married people on the show. TJ done said he married 17 times because he don't want no smoke, and I understand that. So TJ, tell me the benefits of marriage that I can't get from a long-term relationship. What you got?
Say, man, it's not because I don't want no smoke. I'd have been in the hot seat many times throughout my almost 14 years of marriage. And there are several benefits, but it just depends on the person and what they seek to get and engage from that person that they're marrying, right? We all hope and wish that we're marrying for the fairy tale and the love of our life, and that for me was one of the best things. The benefit was I had someone that truly cared about me, loved me unconditionally, and yes, you want that at the end of the day. Most people don't want to grow old by themselves, and I think we look for those to be our soulmates. Yes, you can shack up with somebody for years and years, and then get married, and then they tell you, well, nothing's changed but a piece of paper. But it's a commitment between two people, right? Regardless of good and bad, it's a commitment. You're in a relationship, you can leave that at any time. You ain't married to that person. You ain't got no ties. A lot of times you ain't got most people they got the kids, but they ain't invested in no property together. They ain't invested in helping each other grow and being there with one another. I think a lot of times in some of those relationships, it's just people are out for self. And I think that you want to be able to get someone that you truly love and can be your best friend at the end of the day. I mean, we can find that, but everybody who say that they're single and that they they look for ways to get married, everybody's going to be different. For me, I truly love the genuine beauty of my wife, the way she really cared about me, and to me, that's all I needed. I mean, it wasn't about any money. It wasn't about how she looks on my arm and I'm flaunting her and things like that. I can care less because to her, she was everything. And to this day, yes, us as men, we mess up. We some dumbasses a lot of the times, and we don't really take advantage of what's right there in front of us, and we think there's always something better. You're looking at a man who at one point in his life has never had more than two women at a time, right? I was flawed, and to really say that you build a level of respect and love for someone that's truly there for you, then you gotta want to be there with that person and give them your all. And for me to not be married to someone, you can't give someone your all unless you're willing to give them that commitment of you. So I mean, for me, that's my take, and I'm married. So what do I know? I'm around a lot of single people half the time. So I wish them everything and much happiness, and hope I rub off on somebody and they want what I got one day. But if not, then hey, who am I to judge them? We keep going and we keep pushing. So that's the married man's take. Who else got something? Who else wants to smoke? Get in this seat. Tell me
Hey
why.
man, I can tell you, man. So I'm kind of with you. I've been married a long, long time. Um, I've been married 21 years, and it ain't easy, man. But let me tell you this too: marriage ain't for everybody. So when we say that, you know what I'm saying, why should I get married? I can't tell you that because I'm not in your shoes and I'm not living your life. I can only give you from my experience what it looks like. And my experience might not be what you want to hear or see. So you have to experience that for yourself. I can tell you this, like everything TJ just said, man, I totally agree with it. It's not you do have to have some type of physical attraction to your partner though. I do believe that something. And that's what gets me about I think that's why he was controlling that woman a little bit. I don't believe in that, but I don't think you should have to control a person because I think you should let a person still they should still be able to do exactly what they want to do. Now, within, respectful. But I'm just saying though, it shouldn't be no controlling factor in this because this is a partnership or when first of all, it's commitment because and I think that's why a lot of people get scared of marriage because hell, I'm just even thinking I'm a realtor from a real estate perspective. People don't even want to be committed to a mortgage, but they want to be committed to paying rent. So this
Mhm.
kind of just, it's things like this that just really baffles me how people think. So it's really up to the individual, man. I can give you my take on a whole lot of stuff about marriage that you might agree, you might not agree on, but again, that's something that you have to experience yourself because what works for me might not work for you. So the
Hey, but I will
benefits,
tell you,
go
I
ahead.
will tell you, T. Will, it was that ass that got me. It was. It was. She was poking that thing out, as my boy say on the thing. So hey, you gotta get in there
But
somewhere.
that's the physical attraction though. You know what I'm saying? That was part of what got you, right? But then besides, you know, her just how she was as a person, you know what I'm saying? And just genuine. Once you get to meet a person like that, like my wife is so down to earth, and man, it was a blessing when I met my wife because I was in traffic. You know what I'm saying? And it just she cut out I cut all it out for that woman because I just felt like, man, I have never met a woman like this who thought like this, who supported me,
So,
who
so T.
just
Will, you
go ahead.
so you did a Donnell Jones, huh?
Donnell Jones.
I'm I'm gonna get him to pull that song up. You saw in real life.
Yeah,
You said,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, ain't nothing
Say,
wrong with that.
man, hey,
I
she
like that.
she she actually spotted me out, but I I couldn't resist. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. She was a very attractive woman, man, and just it was just the way she moved. I liked everything about the lady, man. I mean, she was
See,
just
see
I
that right
couldn't.
there. See, that's why you get married, man. You get married because you talk about the person that you love
Oh,
unconditionally, and you give them all the praise in the world. Um, I
Well,
mean,
that's
then
my bestie too. I'm gonna throw that out there. She a dope ass chick though.
uh, oh, only because she your bestie, huh?
She dope. She dope.
Hey,
but man,
but it's a good
it's
thing. Flex, you got any comics you want to pop up, man? I saw a couple of them running through there, pretty good. And the panel. Some of you've been married, some of you've been in deep relationships. I want to hear from some of you guys. If you were in a long term relationship, why didn't you cross over to that next phase, to that next stage? Why did you get married? Or why do you think that it's? Do any of you guys feel the endearment to want to give your whole being to someone in your life? Because some people out there just don't want that, and that's cool. So I want to hear from you guys. Let's go. Come on, Cookie. What you got for me? Cause you got a new boo thing, and man, the way
Listen,
you
y'all
been
gonna
you
quit telling my
hey
business on this show. I'm
hey
finna stop getting on here with y'all.
We
hey
saw the birthday pics.
you tell us about
I'm sitting over
that
here.
being at that shop over there and everything and working it out.
Hush.
I know better than that.
I'm sitting over here like, oh, Restream is sexist. Got all the women on the bottom, the men on the top. Like y'all got to be the. I done checked out in La La Land somewhere else, worried about something else.
We was all in first.
Whatever. Shoot. Anyway, I have been in a long term relationship where I didn't get married, and I've actually experienced when we were sitting here talking about the wife and the things that she was going through. I remember kind of being in that place and seeing the next woman and thinking, well, damn, she could have put on some clothes that looked like something when she knew she was coming where I was going to be. So I've experienced that part of things, but at the end of the day, he was the problem. And so I think that sometimes we get lost in our focus, and we've kind of said it today. We worried about what she got on. Somebody said we don't know what color shirt he had on, but we worried about the wrong things on that part. But nonetheless, as far as being in long term relationships, I was in an on and off again relationship for years. Like, I don't know, 13 years, like a long, long time. As far as why didn't it cross over into marriage? Because it wasn't meant to. Because we would have got to the point where somebody would have been getting some life insurance money and somebody would have been rocking an orange jumpsuit or a white jumpsuit or something. It just was not meant to cross over into marriage. I feel like when you get that partner that you are meant to marry and meant to be with forever, that it's gonna work out, everything gonna pan out. You gonna know that it's time, and I don't feel like I can tell you it's time. I don't feel like Derrick Jaxn can tell you it's time. I don't feel like nobody else can tell you it's time. I feel like you got to know when your time is. And I don't feel like we can follow the media standards or whatever as to when it's supposed to be. Because sometimes we hear people like, oh, y'all been going together a year. So when is marriage going to be? Y'all been married for a year. When the baby going to come? Like, we need to stop kind of following that flow and follow our own flow. Find your own flow as to when things are supposed to go. It's just, I don't know. I feel like you have to find what works for you. Yes, I want to be married at some point. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do. And when it's time for that to happen, that shit gonna happen. It's gonna be amazing too. We turning up all night. Party, party, party. We got something. Is Inspirational Chic back on?
No.
I see we keep getting comments. Um, Giving everything is the point. If you have to hold something back, then you should not be married. I like that. And I feel like as far as like the commitment goes, I wasn't thinking about mortgage. I actually thought about buying versus leasing. It's like we'll lease a building forever, or we'll rent a home forever and then don't want to pay a mortgage, but hell, half the time mortgage cheaper than paying rent. So, but we don't want to make that long-term commitment in our mind. It's just something that's forever. We're gonna be here forever. Well, yeah, when you like it and you know you like it, then you're willing to jump in it forever. And you're willing to be in there forever. And I think that's how marriage goes. When it's time, it's time. You'll know.
And see, my look on that for his marriage, I have a totally different outlook from what I had. I'm 37 next month, and I got married when I was 24. And I was marrying for love. And that is completely out the window. Not completely, that's 50% of what I'm looking for now. Because now I'm looking for a business partner. Because this is basically a business transaction when you with someone, marrying someone. Because all assets are coming together. You're trying to build something. Yes, that's business. So in me being in the line of business, I am full-time real estate agent. I have some side gigs that I do. I'm doing well for myself. I've reached my level of success, which is I got my mortgage on auto draft. That is the level of success I always want to meet, and I'm there. So, and I ain't worried about the money because the money's in there. So, with that being said, I married for love the first time. It didn't work out. So, me and the dude is cool. I mean, me and my ex have a great relationship. We still talk. We take care of our daughter and everything. But now I'm looking for a business partner in that love as well. The main thing that gets me with these long-term relationships, like I said, I'm 37 now. I don't have time for the long-term relationships. Either you're going to be with me or you're not. Me personally, this is just Deb talking. I truly feel like in 6 months, you know if that's the person that you could marry. I'm not saying get married in 6 months. I'm saying in 6 months, you know what type of person you're dealing with now, because now we have gotten through the honeymoon days. We have gotten through the I'm gonna try to be what you want me to be type phase. Like what kind of man you looking for? I'm gonna tell you everything. How you're gonna act that role. Well, then that's gonna end up going out the window because you're always gonna go back to your true self. So with that being said, hey, 6 months, you're being your true self around 6 months. So I truly feel like at that time frame, I know if I can put up with you and know your quirks and know if this is something that I truly want to pursue and want to go forward with in marriage. So the long-term relationships are not for me. I'm too old for that. I would prefer an older person. So you're too old for that too, in that sense. So business-wise, I would love to get married again. I just feel like it's a great camaraderie when you're dealing with someone that's just like-minded like you, where I'm weak, you're strong. I'm going to have a lot of off days, and me being in business, I want you to motivate me. I want you to help me in the sense of what can I do to help grow my brand? What can I do to pour into your life? I want my person there with me. So, marriage is a beautiful thing, if you ask me. And then, of course, I got a great example that I hang around all the time. Yeah, things aren't perfect, but when you're definitely into each other, it makes life a lot easier and better to go through it with someone instead of being by yourself.
Tranquil
And
T,
that's my
what you got?
Yeah, I'm very so much pro marriage,
I can't
but
hear you.
can you not hear me? What's going
Yeah,
on? Can you hear me now?
I
You
can hear
can
you.
hear me
Yeah, go ahead.
now?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you.
But no, I am definitely pro marriage, but I don't feel as if marriage is the height of a relationship goal. If we don't get married, I am not butthurt behind it. But if we have some meaningful um, connections and we're growing and we elevating and we have the highest level of ecstasy in that spiritual connection, I'm with that. For me, marriage is a religious display before God and to be shown. Sometimes you go before God and lie. Sometimes you can stay
yeah.
together and be just as close as one. So, I mean, marriage, it is what it is. I done been there, done that. I have a respect for it. But if I can have a partner that can go with me through this life and travel with me, when I say travel, a spiritual journey with me, I'm for it. Y'all quiet? Crickets.
Yeah, I think TJ didn't know you was going. So, hey, TJ, we'll go ahead and go to the wrap it up segment, man. So, I know we lost inspirational chic, and I know everybody look forward to the inspirational love note. That's one of the best parts of the show. If no one else has it, we'll just go ahead and wrap the show up.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Inspirational Chic, I'm gonna need you to get out there on that beautiful beach and give us your own time and put it out on the page. Because don't think you're getting out of this work. Remember, them forms coming your way to get paid. So I'm gonna need you to stay committed.
Hey, James, pretty good at inspirational love notes, man. Why don't we let him go and do that for us before we move to?
I think that is right
You
up
got one for us, James?
Tranquil. I think that is right up Tranquil T's alley. And she ain't been here in a while, and people been waiting to hear from you. So what you got for us, Tranquil T?
I
Love
can't do
note.
it like my sister do it. She definitely does a great job. But first, love yourself. If you can't love yourself, you can't love anyone else. And that's all I have for you today.
Straight into the point. Exactly.
You have to
You
snap.
know what? Like, I see kills it. So
Yeah, cool. We'll go ahead and wrap it up, TJ.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up the show, man. I know we can go on for days with this, and we appreciate you guys for giving all your feedback in. From everything that I've seen scroll through, man, it seems like a lot of our followers are hoping to find that someone in their life one day that they can share their whole being with, because it takes that much, and it takes an effort. Marriage is not by any means an easy task. It's not the fairy tales. It's not the always going to be what you see in the movies and everything. It is a hard commitment between the two people as they learn each other. And by the way, Cookie, Chris Baker said he want to know who your boo is. He being nosy. So I just want to throw it out there. But as we wrap it up, man, we want to say thank you guys for tuning in as always. I missed you guys a lot, and it's good to have an array of new people on the show giving more of their opinions and adding more on to the show. So I appreciate you guys as always for joining in. As I haven't been here, I want to say thank you guys for continuing to push through for the Floor is Yours podcast, because it's not about one person, it's about the floor being everybody else's. And you guys have done a fantastic job on that. Cookie, my sister, you have done a great job in the driver's seat. Don't think it goes unnoticed. I'm going to get your hoodie to you real soon, even though we're going to be sweating in this heat with it since Lex got it to us. All right, so now, real quick, March is Women's History Month, and we want to pay homage to the importance of women in our entire existence, to the women who are watching today, and especially to the women on the Floor is Yours podcast, man. We thank you for your sacrifices. Also, on behalf of the Floor is Yours crew, I want to let Teresa Batten, someone I went to school with, who right now down here in the Texarkana area is battling and fighting cancer. Man, when I tell you this woman has a heart that is strong, and she used to try to beat us up. She didn't care who you was. Use a boy, man, she'll get it. That's how strong she is. So I know she's gonna get through this, and our prayers are with you. I hope you get. I'm not gonna say I hope. I know you're gonna get through this. I know you're gonna push past this. Our prayers are with you, and I don't care what nobody say. Man, you rocking that bald head over there better than me, man. You making that look good with them eyelashes popping. So keep running it strong,
Yes.
man. So we are with you
Yes.
here, and all our prayers are with you as well. Deb, congratulations. I heard that you graduated.
Yes, finally.
Man, big ups, big ups, big ups.
Round of
Hey, and
applause.
Thank
as
you.
this show goes, as you know, we gear a lot of things around women, right? As much as Mr. Jackson has made it seem, this is not nothing new. He just happened to be in the limelight. He just happened to be in the spotlight, and he happened to be someone who some people trusted in giving advice. Right. At the end of the day, we have to understand that yet he is human. Yet he also probably utilized and monetized off of what he was doing because of the life that he was living. He lived the truth in it, and he just happened to go a different way about making that money on it. By no means what we do within our relationships is taken lightly, and we have to be true to who we are and what we want to do. And if you really want true love and want that next step, man, it's a fight. I won't lie. And I'll be one to tell you. I'm pretty sure T will tell you. Everything is not easy. You have to have compromise, and you have to make sure that you're doing communications. And for me, that's my word for the day for you guys. And I hope everybody finds someone that they want to be with in life. If you don't want to be in a relationship, that's fine too, man. I give all praise to you. Live your life, have fun, enjoy what you do. This is not us saying that that's a direction that you must go in your life. Be true to yourself. Make sure that you love yourself more than you love the next person, because the more you love yourself, the more love you can give to the person that you're trying to be with. So I want to say that if anybody else has any parting thoughts, we'll get ready to go with this outro. I give one time for the round, and since Miss felt like we was doing some type of way because all the men was at the top of this screen and the women was at the bottom, I'm in the middle. I'm down there with y'all, so I don't know how you want to feel about that. But I'll start with you, sis. Any parting thoughts that you want to give to the page before we say goodbye?
I just want to say, spend your time writing your new chapters, not reading your old chapters, because sometimes people that know you from the past or know something you did in the past, they stuck on your past. So I've had to tell people this past week, don't keep talking to me about what was going on 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. You live in there. I'm making future. I'm making my present, my future, my what's to come, and you still reading my past. So you sit over there and read this and watch what I'm about to write. And I feel the same way about all of us. If you spend all your time worrying about what could have been, what should have been, once it's done, it's done. Ain't nothing that you can do about it. And I hear this from my supervisor a lot. She was like, "You're just so optimistic." Like, because if I do something wrong at work, I'm like, "Okay, I did it. So what you want me to do now?" Like, it's done. What you want me to do about it? But let's move on and let's do something else in career, in school, in relationships. After you do it, it's out there. So what you gonna do to fix it, and what you gonna do to level up next go round? And that's kind of where I'm at. Everybody level up. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Level up, level up. Tranquil T, come on with me, sis. Give us
I was
important thoughts.
agreeing. I was agreeing with Miss Cookie. I was about to say I must at the end level up. That's all I have, TJ.
All right, Miss Deb, because I can't hear Tranquil T. So, Miss Deb,
Okay, my parting thoughts is let's stop trying to match energies. I'm getting so tired of I'm matching their energy. I'm giving you what you give me. No, because there's too many negative, toxic people out there giving too many negative, toxic energies, and you're trying to match them and get back at them. No, we need the true, authentic. We need the genuine, good people out there, and that can probably bring those negative, toxic people over. Let's stop matching energy and be you. Be you. Treat them the way you want to be treated, because it's going to come back to you tenfold. So trying to get back at that person, let God handle that and stay in peace.
Stay in peace.
what you got for me, James? Come on through with it, brother.
My parting thoughts are just really, it's really a question that's food for thought. And my question is, should we shoot the messenger? And what I mean by that is, does the actions of the person conveying the message take away from the message itself? So, for example, if Derrick Jaxn told someone, you should be faithful, you should love your woman, you should do this and you do that, and we find out he doesn't, should we focus on the fact that he didn't, or does this message still ring true? And I think that applies to people like Derrick Jaxn, motivational speakers, and pastors and preachers as well. I think that sometimes some people get caught up in holding these people up to a higher standard when we have to remember that him, Kirk Franklin, and everybody else, they human just like us. So you can learn something from anybody. So just because someone does the wrong thing doesn't take away from the message of prosperity or the benefit that you can receive from that message. That's all I want to say.
All right, TJ James is finished. We'll go to T Will.
All right, T Will, what you got, brother?
Man, love yourself, be yourself, do what you can for the day because tomorrow is not promised. And with that note, man, I just say, man, do what you can right now and stop waiting and depending on people, man. Do it on your own.
Good deal. Is that everybody?
Yes,
yeah, man. How about you, Flex? You got any important
Oh
thoughts?
man, okay. Just real quick note over time. Just mine similar to what T Will just said, man. Live life in the moment. We can try to worry so much about what's gonna come or what has been to that we're not our best right now. And I'm saying that life is lived in the moment and do your best to do that.
Hey man, and that's real. I wish he would have got deep because y'all know Flex. He can be a deep intellectual brother, especially on this topic. And sometimes I hate when he goes in the background. And sometimes he needs to step up and speak up. But I'll give him work with him on that.
Next show, man. I will switch roles, man. How about that?
He be trying to hide most of the time. But again, guys, man, this is the Floor is Yours podcast, man, and we appreciate you guys. T. Will, I hope you enjoyed the first show of many, brother, and we appreciate you coming on and giving your input. WJ, girl,
hey,
get his weight up.
Hey, here's IC's parting thought right here.
I was reading that.
Yeah, IC says my parting thoughts is push the live in your own life. If you're going to be out here pouring into others' life, own your S and don't be putting God in it. IC speaking. Amen to that, sister.
yes.
She feeling that sun.
We don't snap that one.
Yeah. On your, hey, you cussing, sis, talking about me. I'm gonna get you. Yeah. Hey,
oh, cousin Misha.
Yeah, old cousin Misha. Hey man, but
what you say, Tanya?
She didn't use profanity.
Oh, she said she didn't use profanity. Tanya said that, yeah. Cool.
You don't know what that is. Come on, man. Y'all don't be taking up for her. I know that's y'all girl. She was cussing. Forget what y'all said. If I was saying that, y'all would have been all down my neck. Oh, DJ cussing.
Hey, anyway, I see how you cussing TJ.
Yeah. Anyway, man, it's been a great first show back for me in a long time. I know this conversation can go on for days, so definitely make sure you continue to comment. You guys on the panel, make sure you engage with those comments because I've seen a lot of good ones that we didn't get a chance to touch on. And as always, make sure we are doing what we need to reach out to the people. Now, we're starting to move in a different phase. Facebook has given us all the love and everything, but we want to move to a different realm. So we are also asking you guys to go like the Floor is Yours podcast page on YouTube. So that way we can get away on all streaming systems. Also, I think we're on Instagram too. So y'all might want to, I don't know how Flex didn't put too many other videos out there. Sometimes he gotta, that's another thing. But Hey, I thank you guys. I appreciate you very much. Love, peace. And guess what? It's your boy. TJ the Realist. I'm back and I'm trying to get back in the seat, man, and make this thing pop. And I appreciate you guys. We love y'all. And come on, cue the outro, man. Let's do this thing.
From TJ the Realist, Miss Cookie the first thing. You can't forget about the inspiration shit. They talk about it all, got advice for us all. You'll never know how deep the for go. On the weekdays, the weekends, they be going live with the topics. Then they do the segment where the floor is yours. You can post your comments, you can post your statements, you can ask your questions, They can help you get your life moving in the right direction. If you need advice on marriage, advice on finance, advice on healing, advice on credit, this the podcast that you need to check out. Go ahead and tune in, you'll feel what I'm talking about.
That's right. We out. Peace.